Alvi, this is Geordie Prepper, and I just thought I would do a video on Steemit and the tools that I use. There are some tools, some websites, and they're produced by members of the community, and they're awesome tools. They take advantage of what's on the blockchain, and it can be presented in very, very good ways. So I don't use many tools, but I just thought I'd show people the tools that I do use, and this might be helpful for someone who's new to Steemit. The first site I want to show you is Steem Followers, and it's quite a funky site. I mean, if you just go to the URL I've linked in the description below, it'll just bring you up with a random user. So if you go into the username field here and just type in your username, and then obviously it'll just bring up everyone who's following you, and it'll show you who's unfollowed you. Also, what's interesting is that you can see who's actually muted you. Here we go down at the bottom here, we see that there's one follower who's muted me. So basically they don't see anything come up in their feed, which is anything that I've done. I think that still means that they're following you. I think they have to follow you to be able to mute you. So it's really quite interesting, what you can see from the people who are following you. It doesn't show you the level of interaction with the channel that these people do, but if you just want to go off the amount of people that are following you, then this is a good one to see it by. And the next website that I use, the next tool that I use is steemd.com, and this will show you absolutely tons of information. It's really easy to use as well. All you do is you basically just go to steemd.com, and then you put your username, remembering to put the @ symbol, and it'll bring up a wealth of information on your channel, and it goes into loads of details. And I'm obviously not going to point out every single thing that it shows on the channel, on the site here, because it would just be ridiculous. Mostly I come on here just to see what my voting power is and to see the amount of bandwidth that I've got remaining. So, I mean, like I said, if you could look on the left-hand side here, it shows you just tons of information. And on the right-hand side, it shows like your interaction with people on the website. So it shows other people's interaction with you. We can see here that, people have upvoted on a particular post of mine. It shows you in percentage the weight of their vote. Pretty much all this stuff, apart from voting weight and the bandwidth, I don't really look at any of this information here, all this text. Most of what I look at here is just on the right hand side. I just want to see quickly, just the level of interaction. So whereas the previous site would show you a lot of the following action, this website actually, pulls the data and shows you the level of interaction with your channel. So as long as you've got lots of stuff happening here, then you know that you're doing well on the interaction side, which is another good thing to look at. And the next website, another tool that I do use, I don't use it as often as steemd.com, is another website. It's very similar. It just presents the information in a slightly different format, which some people might prefer the format of this website to the previous one, but I tend to just stick with steemd. But this is steemdb.com. It shows up front basically what's happening on the blockchain. So you can see here transactions per second in the last 24 hours. So this steemdb.com is really very much related to the blockchain, how it's performing. And there's a lot of very, very interesting information on here. And if you just go up to the top right there in the search panel, you can just type in your username and you can get a breakdown of your channel. Basically just what steemd.com shows, but I find the steemd just does it a bit faster. steemdb just presents the information in a little bit of a different format, but you might prefer the format that steemdb does. So we've looked at two websites and two tools which will show you a lot of information about your channel. A very quick way to get a good overview of other people's channel is steemwhales.com. Generally speaking, if you want to see the trend just very quickly visually, then you can do it here. Okay, so the last website I want to show you is steemvoter.com, and this is basically a way of mining on Steemit, because there's no traditional mining in the cryptocurrency sense. traditional sense that you would use a CPU and a GPU. The way that you get mining done on Steemit is to earn curation rewards, and you can set that up automatically on SteamVoter. So what it does is it uses your Steam power and it gives you a certain amount of channels, people that you can automatically upvote the articles on. So you can choose, if you have over 100 Steam power, you get 10 channels that you can vote on, and they're defined as rules on SteamVoter. So you get 10 people that you can automatically vote on their posts, and then when their posts are paid out on, then you get the curation rewards. Then the curation is rewarded in Steam power, and then that gives you more influence on the blockchain so that your vote's worth more. You can also change on SteamVoter the amount of power that your vote gives. So you can do it anywhere from 1% to 100%. Obviously depending on how much you put in, you get more out. This is just really the last tool that I use, and that's steamvoter.com. I mean, there's bound to be other websites out there, so if you know of any, then just stick them down below and give us I'll check them out, and if they're useful, then that's a good thing for like the newcomers to Steemit, because my head was blown when I first joined Steemit. It's just a lot to take in. I'd never really looked at this cryptocurrency malarkey beforehand, but Steemit is a really good way to get into the cryptocurrency thing, and I've really enjoyed my time here on Steemit. I might as well just take the opportunity now to thank everyone who's following me, who votes on my posts, re-steams them. Thanks a lot. It really, really means a lot. And, thanks to you, I've been able to get some things to really improve on the quality of what I put up there, which includes this video because I'm recording it on my new microphone. So I hope that you've noticed the improvement in the audio. Be safe and be prepared. This is Jody Prepper, and I'll see you next time.